Greetings, my chums. Welcome back to Irithyll of the Boreal Valley in Dark Souls 3. We are going to push on to our next area, which I think is Anor Londo. However, I'm starting to have doubts about that. I have a feeling we have the Dragon Barracks in between here and Anor Londo, but we'll soon find out. Anyway, I've got my Drang Twin Spears. Poof, poof, which we're going to give a try and see how we go. I've buffed them a bit. They're a bit pointy, a bit spiky. They're not quite got as much wallop as the greatsword, but we'll see where we go with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our way through this section with all these douchebags. Recover some lost souls that I died while I was just testing my twin spears out just now, so yeah, that's all on me. That's my bad. These deacons, they've got some poison in these fellas, and of course they're chucking fireballs at you, so you need to watch your back, especially from these big chubsters here. These guys have got a lot of seem to have an awful lot of health. Oh, don't you dare hit me. Push him over with a poke of my pointy stick. So as we saw at the end of the last episode, where we got our Drang Twin Spears and we started playing around with them, they got a sort of quite a decent speed on them, so they're not quite as damaging as the greatsword was, but they've got a decent amount of speed on them for poking and stibby-stabbying. Oh, we're out of juice. So I'm going to try and just take my time getting through these deacons here. I'm not resisting their fire particularly well at the minute, which isn't a good thing. And I need to be careful of any back attacks, or just rolling straight into fireballs. You know, that's something else I need to be careful of. So I'm going to make judicious use of my healing miracles. I have got a bit of a sore throat on me today, so hopefully that's not going to come to the fore too much. Oh, yeah, silly boy. Nope. No, don't set fire to me. I do not want to be barbecued Andy. Oh, that's not going well, is it? So yeah, with two shots of blue Estus down already. I have armed myself with a different shield, which will allow us to do the weapon arts on the Drang Twin Spears, because I do love it, that double twin spear rush. Now I do believe that knights are fairly prone to pointy damage from weapons like spears, so hopefully that'll help us out when we inevitably and ultimately come up against some more damn silver knights. Now there is some lootical items down there in amongst those giants, but I'm not entirely sure I want to go and aggro them, so just be very careful. It's an ember. There's one there, and I'm pretty sure that knight's going to wake up. They're clearly going to wake up, aren't they? It's an ember again. Run away, fight another day. The question is, will the knight go back to sleep once I've run up here? Given how long it took us to kill that knight down in the cathedrals, in the slushy nonsense down there, I'm not sorry, the giant. I'm not sure I've got the time or the patience to take these fellas out. Now, obviously, I'm carrying quite a few souls around with me, and I do have enough for another level, so I may quickly pop back and just make best use of those, so we're not going to lose them. Oh no, he's still awake. So I've got a weary warrior soul there, so handy, handy, handy. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I am going to just quickly pop back to yon fire link. Just level up a bit, and I will meet you back after I've slaughtered those deacons again. Okay, so there we go. I've buffed up my dexterity a little bit to give myself a little bit of extra damage on my spears, and taking out those deacons again, and we're going to make our way in here. Now this is a pretty unpleasant area, this, right here, because there's several silver knights with great bows. I think it's funny to fire arrows. It's really not. And there's also a number of silver knights with swords, with their big old swords, with their lightning attacks. I'm just waiting for the ka-chunk sound of there we go. The silver knight great bow firing at me. Where's that coming from? Up there, I think, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. So, you know, again, for anyone who's played Dark Souls 1, this kind of ascent will be familiar. It's a similar sort of Dark Souls trope, really, of chuck all the Silver Knights in with their great bows and have them fire arrows at you while you're trying to ascend. Ah, there we go. Precarious areas. Now I believe you can get up that way, or you can get up that way, so we're going to go this way and see how that does us. Again, this is a part of the game, it's been a while since I've been here, so my memory's a little bit vague, so if I tum-ty-tum around a bit, yeah, please don't get mad. So, quite like for him to come around here and take a bit of a beating, but I'm not sure he's going to. So I'm going to drop down there and grab some more ashes. I think this brings us up this way. There we go. I'm not sure my pointies are going to be doing much. Oh, hell on a hand basket. I'm just making words up now. And I'm falling and I'm not dying. That was fortunate. Oh my god. What the shit? Bloody hell. Right. Okay. So. The twin spears aren't doing as much damage as I'd hoped they would against those silver knights. So I'm going to go back to the greatsword. Because fudge it, quite frankly. So what I'm going to be wanting to do really in this area is move to open up a bit of a shortcut, which is going to be of great help to us. Backstab, yo! Yeah, that greatsword's certainly doing more damage to them, so... Sorry, Drang Twin Spears, you were fun while you lasted, but... Oh, yes, I forgot about you. Sneaky, sneaky sneaks. Get him in the backstab. Make him toast. So really this is just an area that you're going to want to burn through as quickly as possible. Fortunately, the shortcut that we're looking to open up is just down there. But if you're not interested in the shortcut, you can... I'm going to see what my bow and arrow will do to this butthead. Oh, hello. Oh, he's coming. Oh no! Run the hell away! This has not turned out well all of a sudden. Quick weapon switching. Blimey. Okay, I didn't realise he could get up there. That was a revelation. So, what I am going to do though, because the bow and arrow was doing a surprisingly good amount of damage, I might be able to take out... I said it was doing a surprisingly good amount of damage. Doesn't help when they duck down. Or I fire my arrows into the... Oh shit! So at this point I wish I had some poison arrows. Because I do believe poison arrows are your best bet for Silver Knights. Ah, screw it, you know what? His mate's gone, so I'm just going to take him on. Ah, look, I've got an arrow stuck in my arm. And it looks ridiculous. Oh, Dark Souls, what are you like? Oh, he's got a bloody spear, isn't he? Oh, what? Come on, backstab. Well, there we go. He is toasty marshmallow. Now, there is a shortcut to open it, but I also think something tells me that there's actually a bonfire not far from here, so I think probably my best bet is to go and bonfire up rather than shortcut. Now down here there is actually Ah, I thought you needed a ring to open that, but apparently you don't. So, down here is an area where we can advance one of our quest lines. Now, are we at a point yet where we can do that? I don't believe we are. But we'll go and grab the brass gear. So I think we need to come back later to here. Is there item? There is. The reversal ring. Oh yes, that gives your character animations opposite of their gender. So male characters have female animations and female characters obviously have male animations. So it's kind of one of those rings that just does a visual thing. So we'll head back and we'll head up. So I mean, like I say, there is a shortcut that you can unlock if you head down back towards where all the deacons are, down the slope that the great bowman who also had a spear was guarding, and you end up coming out of the door opposite the deacons. Now I don't think that there's any loots down there to grab, but I will just have a quick shifty. Don't think there's any enemies that are going to get a sneaky on me. Oh no, there isn't. Oh, and there's a bowman. We'll ignore him. So just down here, just for completionism's sake, you come down here, pop the door, and then we're back out here where the deacons were with their odious fireball spells. But for the time being, I'll pop back up here. We'll run into the wall. Then we'll realise what we're doing and run back this way. Oh yes, there's a looty item down there, isn't there? What is that? The Dragon Slayer Great Bow. Ah yes, so that's the bow that all of the Silver Knights have been using against me. So if I want, I can use that now. But I don't want to. I think it's pretty strength heavy, so it's probably not going to be any very beneficial for me to use. But having got that shortcut open, we can obviously just book it back up this way. Just top off my health a bit. There we go. So one of the things you do notice about Dark Souls games is, while they sort of seem arduous and they seem like you're plugging away forever and ever and ever without any safe havens, as soon as you kind of open up shortcuts and bonfires, you do realise that it's actually not that far between shortcuts and bonfires. The areas themselves aren't massive, but they're just filled with enemies, and in essence it's kind of like a puzzle game really when you think about it, that you have to figure out the best way to get around. So Dark Souls 1 players will be familiar obviously with this spiral staircase. We make sure I don't topple off the edge. Now there is something that we're going to do. There is a covenant that we're going to unlock in a minute. Which I think we need to be heading over there for. But for the time being, I'm going to push the lever, get these stairs moving upwards. up, up. The walkway on that side. To glorious bonfire of Anor Londo, city of the gods. And there we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to head on down this way. We're going to head on round this way. Goodness sake. And drop this back down. So this is going to go spin itself round. Wanting this bit here, which obviously points over here. Now, that is a sheer drop until you walk out onto it. So this is possibly the most hidden of hiddenness in this game. But it brings you over here to this bonfire. And this lovely young lady over here.
Name thyself, stranger.
Which is Yorshka.
I am Yorshka. What beckoned thee to such a place? If thou'st come stumbling here in error, this tower is a prison. Thy presence shall invoke, though 'twas a rare delight to converse with another. May the dark moon watch over thee.
Ah, so why can I not join the Dark Moon Covenant? Obviously there are conditions in these games, certain things that you need to show you're ready to join covenants and whatnot. And I'm probably not ready to join, which is a shame. But that is where you get to join the Dark Moon Covenant. And this, tippity toppity droppity woppity down here, we can, there's a few goodies down here that we're just going to grab before we end things today. Now obviously platforming is a bit of a tricky thing in these games. It always seems a little bit too easy to fall to your death. But there we go, we've got the Painting Guardian gear. And the Painting Guardians were the guardians of the painting in Dark Souls 1, which led to the painted world of Ariamis, which of course is referenced in this game with the DLC, which takes you into the painted world of Ariandel, which we may or may not tackle. So if we drop all the way back down here, we will find ourselves in a very familiar spot. Pop all the way down, and down here, and we're back down at Irithyll in the Church of Yorshka. So, I'm going to pop back to Firelink right now and do a bit of levelling up. Push some levels. But I think that's probably a good place to stop it. We're probably going to be heading up into Anor Londo in the next episode. And maybe taking on the boss of the area. A boss who yeah, we've heard mention of. And we've actually tried to hunt down before when we were in the Cathedrals of the Deep. And he's a bit of an unpleasant foe, but yeah, we'll give him a go and hopefully take him out. But this is going to be just a 2-episode week this week, because I'm going to be hopefully doing some live streaming for the network test for Dark Souls 1 Remastered on Friday. So if you're coming to this live, keep an eye on the NGB YouTube for Friday's live stream of the Dark Souls Remastered network test. If you're coming to this as an archive video, go and hunt down the stream that we did of the Dark Souls Remastered network test. It should hopefully still be on YouTube, and yeah, with any luck it was a good event, but we shall see. So for now, I bid you farewell, my chums, and I will see you in the next episode.